Yes, the ABC formula. You have a quadratic equation and they want for you to find the roots. So how do you find it? By factorizing. But unfortunately, you cannot factorize all quadratic equations. Unfortunately. Minus 5 plus 1. Take another one. Plus 3x minus 9. Find the roots of this specific equation. You cannot factorize. It's not possible. No matter what you do, it is not possible to factorize this equation because it's not possible. Find the roots. We say multiply the last number. Two numbers multiply with each other equal 9. It's either 9 and 1 or 3 and 3. Now, if I do x plus 3, x minus 3, you will notice the answer is not this equation. So that is wrong. If I do x, yes? How do you notice what? X times 3 is 3x. X times minus 3 is negative 3x. Plus 3x minus 3x, answer 0. So this will be 0. That's how I notice. So you move on to the next one, which is 9 and 1. 9, 1. 9x minus x is 8x. So I cannot factorize this equation. It's not possible. So what do you have to use instead? You have to use the ABC formula. ABC formula says let me place a 1 here, which is not written. ABC formula says the first step oops, wait. Correct. You find the person discriminating you, and that person has a formula. The formula of the person discriminating you is b squared subtract 4 times a times C. Remember, this formula is in the book, so you don't need to memorize it. It's always in the cover page. You only need to know how to use it. So you have a quadratic equation. What is A? The number in front of the x squared. That is A. The number that has a regular x, that is B. And the constant number is C. Sorry? Highlight what?
After 9.
A is
And 9
brown.
so after minus 9.
B, sorry?
9 so after plus 9.
Plus 9.
So B square ko nila minus 4 na rin dito. Kasi
Correct. Minus 4 squared in brackets. Do not forget. When quadrating a negative number, it's always in brackets. For short, the discriminant, they just write D, which is negative 4 squared, subtract 4 times 1 times 9. Oops, purple. Then it becomes 16 subtract 36. 16, when you subtract 36, the answer,
Minus 20.
correct, is negative 20. When the discriminant is smaller than 0, there are no roots. There are no roots. What does this mean, there are no roots? That means this specific quadratic equation does not pass through the x-axis. That's what it means. So you have a quadratic equation and it does this. It does not reach the x-axis. It has no roots. It doesn't intersect with the x-axis. When the discriminant is below 0. That's the first. Yes? The number in front of x squared is a. The number which has an x in front of it is b. And the constant number is c. All right. So you have a quadratic equation. You cannot factorize it. So by definition, go to ABC formula. In my particular case, I did not like to factorize when I was between 15 and 18. So the only thing I remembered was ABC formula. So as soon as I knew the discriminant was below 0, oh, no roots. Yes. ABC formula instead of factorize. Yes. If it has a root. If it has no roots, then it's not possible. Certain exercises tell you to factorize. Some of them tell you find the roots. You decide what you want to use. ABC factorize, up to you. Yes? So you don't have to factorize always. Not every question says factorize. Some of them just say find the roots. Another one. 6x squared plus 2x minus 5. Find the roots of this specific equation. In advance, you know you cannot factorize. It's not possible. When you've made about 759 of these exercises on factorizing, You can look at the equation and see you cannot factorize it. Find the roots. So, first step. Yes. You have about 600 in the book you can practice. What I always do is I write this so I know what I'm doing. And then you go. Now, do not forget you're multiplying negative and you have another negative. So by definition, subtract. This is 30. Do not forget, negative 120. Correct. So do not forget. You get 124. Now, if my discriminant is greater than 0, you have two roots. Two roots meaning you have two answers. Then what do you do next? The first answer, x1. x1 equals what? Negative b. You add the squared root of the discriminant divided by 2 multiplied by a. x2, the same thing. Negative b, but instead of add or sum, let me change color so you notice the difference. This is addition. Here you have subtraction. You subtract the square root of the discriminant multiplied by 2a. Remember, you do not have to memorize it. It's in your cover page. You only have to know how to use it. So my x1, negative b. What is b? b is 2. So negative b, add the square root of 124 divided by 2 times a. a is 6, so 12. Or, not forget the or x2 is negative 2, subtract the discriminant divided by 12. Place this in your calculator and it gives you an answer. These are my two different answers.
Then 1.21.
1.21. You might be dividing before. Yes, there is one left. We have when the discriminant is below 0, no roots, you just stop. You just write no roots. That's it. It's the end of it. When it's more than 0, you have 2 roots. So you have to do what I just did. And then lastly, you have an equation like this. I can only think of one factorized already. Oh. Find the roots of this equation. Same step. A is 1, B equals 6, C equals 9.
Tem que aumentar 0 de 6, tá?
Correct. So the discriminant is 6 squared, subtract 4 times 1 times 9. So you have 36, subtract 36.
Já vai entrar outra.
Your answer is 0. Now, if your discriminant is 0 equals 0, you only have correct. You only have one root. So, meaning you only have one x. You don't have x1 and x2. It's just one x. One root. So x equals negative b. You can either add or subtract the square root of d, which is 0, and the square root of 0 is 0. So it does not matter if you add the discriminant or subtract, it's always 0. Divided by 2 times 1 equals 2. B is 6. Negative 6 plus 0 or subtract 0, it's all the same. Divided by 2. Your answer is negative 6 divided by 2. Answer negative 3. This is 15.5.
Here, only x so the formula is 1x.
When you have what?
Only all the sample x squared, so it's only with 1x squared.
Yes, yes. This was 15.5. You can practice ABC formula on every quadratic equation. All of them.
Ele vai ali no dele. Vai mais um dele, sim.